Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. So what I'm gonna do today, I've been out for a week or so, and everything got a little bit crazy with the grass. And I know I've done this multiple times, but again, I just want to do a little series of these kind of videos when you live in the countryside, so that you're aware of what you're getting yourself into. Can you hear that out there? Those are cicadas. You know what that means? That means it's hot ass crap outside. It's 95 degrees, high humidity. However, the grass is still growing. It's starting to slow down because the rainy season pretty much stopped. But still need to do some trimming. That's probably going to take a week here and there in the evenings. Again, because I work during the day, which is probably a good thing. It probably keeps me from killing myself outside. And so this is going to be pretty much kind of a series of entire week of showing you around the property, working in the backyard, front yard, trees, dead garden by now, and all that type of stuff. And again, just so you can get an idea of what you're getting yourself into if you want to live in the countryside of Japan. There's a lot of this type of work. So as I said before, I'm definitely trying to encourage you to move to the countryside, because who wants to live in a place like Tokyo, all congested and everything? But you know, there's a lot of this type of stuff that comes along with it. So if this is not for you, please don't do it, or pay someone to do the work for you. I kind of like doing it myself for the most part, so that's okay, but it takes consumes a lot of your time. If you are watching and you wish to give us a thumbs up for effort, I appreciate it. Comment, I don't know, comment something like, hey, you're crazy, what the heck are you doing, or something like that. That's cool. But anyways, let's go do some work. Okay, so not bad for about an hour and a half of work. I did all of that side there and a little bit on this side where it's manageable, and then over here on the mountain side, all this area right here. Folks, I need your thoughts. So I have all these are chestnut trees, which are great, and Miwa is very, very famous for ganeguri, very good chestnuts. However, all of these here are plum trees, and look how they're all intertangled, lots of shade, and God knows I don't need that much plum ume. There's still some more down there on the property, and enough for me to give away and make our own plum wine, umeshu, which I'm going to enjoy after this. So what I'm planning is removing them and use it as firewood. And then if you saw the video before where I had this tripod to remove with the pulley system to remove the roots, and either make it just nice and flat and a little bit more open, or plant a couple more trees. We want some more stuff that we like. We like, citrus trees. We like to do grapes, like to do blackberries or blueberries. I don't know, maybe apple if it grows here, pear, and that type of stuff. But I'm not quite sure if it will even do well on this part. If I do it, I am going to probably just one row, and maybe here, down here in this perfect straight line. Why? So when I'm mowing, I'm not going around in circles like a madman. I could go in and out quickly. Right now, all these trees, I spend more time going around in circles with this rather large lawnmower. If you have not seen the video of my review of this Craftsman M430, this one I had it shipped from the United States. Long story behind that, how I was able to do it. There's a video about it. Check it out. If you can't find the link, let me know. But this thing has been a huge time saver for me. This is day one. Tomorrow I am going to pull out the weed eater. My last weed eater kind of broke on me, and now I got a backpack one. All this here needs to be dealt with the weed eater along that side right there. And as I mentioned, I'm trying to make my life as easy as possible. However, like my dad used to say in Spanish, usa la cabeza, no el lomo. Use your head, not your back. Well, you can't help but use your back here, but let's try to make it a little bit smarter. I need to make like some stairs here along the side, because right now I'm just kind of falling off all along here, so that when I'm weed eating, it's kind of like some steps. That's going to be like a couple years in the making. If you have seen some of my old videos, you might remember that this place was to be much, much, much worse. This particular area is about 3 weeks or so of growth, which is really not that bad. The backyard over there, I did it literally about 10 days ago, and the lawnmower kept clogging up on me. All right, folks, let's go inside, get some dinner, and call it a day. Tomorrow we'll do weed eating, and then we got some more branches and stuff to deal with down there with the kiwi, figs, and all that. All right. Okay, now it's day 2 of yard work in the middle of the summer. 95 degrees out there. That'd be crazy, I know. But about an hour of work, a little weed eating, and the upper backyard. Let's get to it. So what I have here is a big mess for sure. But I bought this summer, because my other one broke, one of these backpack swivelable ones. Yeah, it works pretty good so far, so let's go ahead and fire it up and do some weed eating. Okay, so next I need to tackle the lower part here by the garage, and then up over there by the mountainside, and that should be it. This will be day 3, and it is still miserably hot. But sometime this weekend, now listen, you hear the cicadas? Welcome to Japan in the summer. But yeah, this weekend I need to do a little trimming on the trees. Just kind of, you can see that, like say for example, the figs are growing really nicely, but kind of trim the tops, keep them from getting a little bit out of control. And then the kiwi, let's see, let's check out the kiwi. I have not been back here in a while. I guess they're looking okay. And as I showed in several videos before, all these little ones, I'm kind of plucking them and see what this does. Last year they did okay. I put them in the paper bag with apples, and they finished ripening. But this year I am thinning them out even more. For example, just leaving one per like say stem. Maybe I should thin them out more, but this is the experimental part. All right, let's get to this over here.
Yo voy a cantar esta canción, yo voy a cantar esta canción para mi gente. Con una pasión tan fuerte. Ay, 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 ay. Ahora sigo cantando y sigo gozando.
Yeah, that wore me out. The humidity, ooh boy, it's kicking. And then of course I managed to slip and kind of fall halfway down the hill. I really need to, after this growing season, I need to start working on the steps for future years, because yeah, that's what wears me out the most, just working right there. All right, now to go ahead and drink me a good old Coca-Cola, sit right here, enjoy the cicadas, the sunset. All right. Gotta love the cicadas. So we ordered some new chairs to match the other 2 chairs that we have in the living room, and I went and picked them up not too long ago. Here they are in these big boxes. But what the lady was asking me is like, do you want me to take them out of the boxes because they're going to become garbage, she said. I said no, that's okay. And the reason why is because one of the projects I'm going to be doing this weekend as well is putting some mulch around my blueberries, and I think this cardboard, big size would be really good. However, before I tear them apart, we are going to go to the local rice, what do you call it? Steve from Rural Japan helped me out because you're the one that gave the tip. But basically where they clean the rice, process the rice, and so you have the rice husks. And you could just go there and help yourself and get it for free, and they use it as mulch. So I'm going to go ahead and go get some and continue putting cardboard down around the blueberries first, and then on top of that several layers of mulch. All right, so let's go ahead and get to this, and then I'm going to go ahead and work in the garage for a couple hours, wait for it to cool down a little bit, and continue working around the yard. So these 2 units right here is where people bring their rice to go ahead and process it. As you can see, there's a couple shoots that sends the husk into this little closet area right here. And you can go ahead and come and help yourself for free. This is the first time I've done it, so I'm going to go ahead and grab as much as I can and again, use it as mulch.
お金を入れるとシャッターが開きます。
Yeah, like I said, I have never done this before. My wife has, because again, I mentioned Steve from Real World Japan there. Not gonna check him out. He has almost daily useful tips on how to live in the countryside of Japan. And see, he has sent to us some rice from his
いらっしゃいませ。お金を入れるとシャッターが開きます。
so he has sent to us rice from his rice club. But seems like it's pretty self-explanatory. Irashaimase, you know, welcome, put in your money, the rice, let it do its thing, put it in the bag, and off you go.
お金を入れるとシャッターが開きます。
Thank you very much, appreciate it. All right, let's go ahead and try this experiment with the rice husks. And if you are interested in seeing if this is going to work. So I made a quick stop by the local DIY store, and next to it there's this farming equipment place where they actually have some pretty good specials, because they're all used equipment for the most part. It's really cool, the combines, the tractors, and all kinds of other equipment. Wow, this looks like some sort of drone sprayer. I guess it's probably common, but it's new to me. That's pretty cool. Yeah, the tractors. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into Cosmos here and see if I can find what I was looking for. You gotta look up and you gotta look down. Okay, so the other day I mowed the grass, and I figured I'm going to go ahead and pick up the little piles of grass and use it as mulch as well. Whew. All right, folks, so I am going to call this a week, a video, a wrap up. The thumbs up if you don't mind. Like I said, thumbs up for effort. I still need to clean up our garden, which started off very promising, but a huge lesson learned there is that I overcrowded it. I was being a little bit too ambitious because this is my first year planting a garden here in the countryside of Japan, so I wanted everything. The more of the story is that you can't have everything. I did get something out of it, so you know, if you shoot for everything in life, you're still gonna get something. Here around the figs and the kiwi, what I focused on was the suckers, the shoots, and thinning out a little bit pretty much cut anything that did not have any fruit. For reference, today is 3 August, hottest day in the year probably, which is probably was not a good time to do a little pruning, but I have been pruning throughout the year when they start growing, but I went like 3 weeks or more without doing some little trimming. So let me know in the comments below if this was too disruptive for them, is going to kill them. I guess we'll find out. Folks, if you're tuning in for expert advice, don't follow me. Read the comments below. I'm sure someone will have some comments and some expert advice. I'm wrapping up a video. I've been talking about it for a while, but it's been taking me a while to put it together. I've been wrapping up a video of the journey, the time lapse from when we purchased this house to the renovation and now living in it for a year. Some of the lessons learned, cost of living, which I think will be of interest for many people. Some of the things I wish I had done better, differently, and some of the stuff that I just absolutely love. That one is taking a little bit longer to put together because pretty much I'm starting in sections. So let's say it's going to start with the kitchen, and you see the process for the entire the kitchen, and then say the upstairs, the craft room, and so on, and it's going to be like that for the entire video. I think it's a little bit different. That way you can kind of see the evolution. At first I was kind of putting it from day one all the way, then it's kind of hard to see the progress of each individual area. So I think that'll be of interest. I'm not going to focus on the cost of each individual area, such as the kitchen and so on. I will mention yet again the total cost for the renovation. I did that before in another video. There will be a link of it at the end of this video. That video here has gotten a little bit popular. It has about 50,000 views. That's no 1 million for sure, but go check it out. Help us out with that one. But that one is a little bit more detailed as far as the cost, the closing costs and other areas, you know, that you are going to go through when you buy a house. After that, so probably talking September time frame, I will do another video focusing on how you can find an Akiya. Let me just go ahead and do a spoiler alert. There's no one way, folks. I've had some people getting a little bit annoyed at me and other folks that, oh, we just talk about our experience, but you don't tell us exactly how to do it. Well, I can tell you how I did it. Other people, you know, say again, I mentioned Steve at Rural Japan. He can tell you how he did it. The Bentons, the Benton Homestead, check them out. They can tell you how they did it. You know, subscribe to them, ask them. Subscribe to all the other channels that are doing Akiya purchasing renovations. There's no one way, but I don't want to give it away, but there's some really interesting way that I did an experiment with, and you'll be surprised. So stay tuned for that. All right, folks, again, give us a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. That supposedly it really helps with the algorithm to spread the word. All right, have a great day. Bye.